there's absolutely zero commitment to accepting these orders. You could go on their website, enter some information for free, make 0 deposits, and that counts as a pre-order. It's the first ever Market Showdown, and to kick this off, we have a great matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tesla versus Nikola. It is going to be good. You don't want to miss it. What's up, everybody? My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos. The stock market is crazy, it's chaotic, and I've made it my mission to help you own it and make some money and make a positive impact on your life. Today, we're going to do things a little different. I've been getting tons of questions as to whether or not Nikola Motors is either the next Tesla, or if you should be buying VTIQ, or is Tesla in danger of being run over by this new contender? I thought this was a perfect opportunity to start a new segment on this channel called the Stock Market Showdown. I'm thinking about doing these once a week or once a month, depending on how much you guys like it. So let me know in the comments which two you would like to see next. In this corner, coming in with a market cap of $163.5 million, making it the second most valuable company in the industry, all the way from Fremont, California, the electric vehicle heavyweight champion of the world, Tesla. And in this corner, the contender with a projected valuation of $3.3 billion, set to revolutionize the trucking industry and beyond, from Phoenix, Arizona, Nikola. I feel like I wanted to do something like, Andre the Giant but man, I gave it my best shot. Give me a like if you like that. Okay, all theatrics aside, guys, this is the comparison everybody wants to see, right? Is Nikola better than Tesla in any way? Pound for pound, can Nikola give Tesla a run for its money? The short answer, possibly. It's gained enough attention for Elon to make comments about how the tech surrounding around Nikola hydrogen fuel cells, which powers their semi-truck line, mind-boggling stupid in his own words. CEO of Nikola has also made comments to extend some sort of olive branch, I guess, making multiple statements that they aren't out to take over Tesla and wants both companies to continue to be successful, yet is engaged in a patent infringement lawsuit potentially worth around $2 billion against Tesla, and I guess we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's get into the real comparisons and see if one is worth investing over the other. Now, today, Nikola Corporation announced in the completion of its previously announced reverse merger with the VectoIQ Acquisition Corporation, ticker symbol VTIQ, which is trading at $30.90 per share. At this price, VTIQ is trading over 3 times its projected 2024 valuation at $3.3 billion. On June 4th, 2020, the company's shares will trade on the NASDAQ under the new ticker symbol NKLA. Now, Nikola plans to use the proceeds of their IPO to accelerate its portfolio of the battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles targeting zero emissions globally. Nikola will build out a hydrogen station infrastructure to support its FCEV vehicles. Nikola has more than 14,000 pre-orders, representing more than $10 billion in potential revenue and 2.5 years of production. Now, this statistic I think is seriously flawed, so stay tuned till later in the video when I talk about this, because I think that number is outrageous and kind of ridiculous. I have to be honest about that. The pro forma enterprise value of the merger is approximately $3.3 billion, and they're grabbing that number from those pre-orders, so just keep that in mind, and I want you to keep that in your head till later in the video. This transaction includes a $525 million fully committed common stock PIPE at $10 per share, anchored by institutional investors including Fidelity Management and research company ValueAct Spring Fund and Schoenfeld Asset Management. Now, this is actually really encouraging to see this kind of backing for a VTIQ, and I think that these companies aren't small companies, and they see a lot of value in what VTIQ could bring, so that is definitely encouraging for this company. The company will add Stephen Gursky, current CEO of VectoIQ and former vice chairman of General Motors Corporation, to its board of directors, which again I feel is a really great step in the right direction for Nikola. Having these people on their board is going to only help them. After all, they have had zero revenue up to this point, but okay, I understand, I get what they're trying to do. More than $14 billion in pre-order leases to date, and the joint venture with European industrial vehicle manufacturer Iveco make Nikola a formidable competitor to other OEMs. Now, like I said, this financial backing is actually a really great thing for the company from a long-term standpoint, and the transaction proceeds will accelerate production, allowing Nikola to break ground in its state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Coolidge, Arizona, which, again, I don't know how state-of-the-art it is compared to Tesla just yet. They still have a lot to prove, and they will begin its hydrogen station infrastructure rollout. The company expects to generate revenue by 2021 with the rollout of its BEV truck, followed by the FCEV truck sales starting in 2023, and the initial build-out of the hydrogen fueling stations to serve Nikola customer fleets such as Anheuser-Busch, which is a very big deal. Now, if we learned anything about expectations, though, on deliveries from Tesla, this will likely be extremely tentative. Now, as I was saying before, let's talk about that pre-order number. Right now, Nikola is stating that they have 14,000 trucks pre-ordered, right, at $100,000 a pop. And that's what investors are basing their estimated $3.3 billion valuation on. But here's the thing about this, which I don't really care for or like. There's absolutely zero commitment to accepting these orders. You could go on their website, enter some information for free, make zero deposits, and that counts as a pre-order. Now, if we compare this to Tesla and their Model 3s, for example, Tesla required a $2,500 deposit for anyone interested in purchasing a Model 3. This puts skin in the game, right? This shows that those who put $2,500 down on a vehicle they haven't even driven yet means that they're dead serious. And even with those pre-orders, about 30% of those backed out on the purchase, meaning that Tesla converted only 70% of those pre-order sales. And the reason I'm saying this is I'm a little hesitant on the seriousness of these pre-orders when all you have to do is basically say that you want one with no additional commitment. I mean, how many of you out there want to buy a Lambo, but you'll probably never buy one, right? Now, according to their website, Nikola's business model uniquely supplies both the truck and hydrogen fueling infrastructure, solving the fleet's concerns of where to refuel with green hydrogen at a competitive pricing to diesel. But this is still a very tall task and a huge challenge to overcome that will cost a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, we're talking at least an upwards of $10 billion with a B, at least over the next 5 years, considering Tesla raised $20 billion since its IPO, and one of the biggest ways that Nikola will raise money will be through the dilution of the stock, which will make your investment less valuable over time. Not only that, but if we look at the cost per mile of diesel fuel, it's approximately 87 cents a mile. According to the Hydrogen Council, hydrogen will not even come close to competing with the cost of diesel until about 2030. However, that is still better than the Tesla's cost per mile, which is a whopping $1.26, which is actually quite expensive in my opinion. Now, I'd also like to compare the tech here. According to practically anyone, and I mean even competitors such as Volkswagen, Ford, and GM, Tesla's vehicle tech, which includes its autopilot features, are 5 to 7 years ahead of everyone else. Now, though, CEO of Nikola is making some bold claims that its upcoming pickup truck, which is still years off, is the most advanced zero-emissions pickup on the planet with an estimated 600-mile range. Now, that would be seriously impressive if it actually comes to fruition. To be honest with you, though, I prefer the design of the Badger over the Tesla Cybertruck, but we still don't have any real solid evidence to support the claims that it's more advanced than the Cybertruck is. I think it will be also interesting to see what Tesla's to-be-announced battery day will reveal, which is supposed to be coming up very shortly, and how some of the advancement in their own technology would look like, or what it would look like. Tesla and Elon always has something up their sleeves, so I'm curious to see how this battle is going to go back and forth. So here's my thoughts on this. In this stock market showdown, it is clear that Tesla is still the heavyweight champion of the world. But if all the claims and aspirations Nikola has for its company actually pans out, it could become a serious game changer. And from an investment standpoint, at this stage in the game, I'm willing to bet we see quite a bit of capital raises in the form of dilution from the newly NKLA in the future, which will bring the price down in my opinion, and buying it up here at $30 a share is a bit too high, and I'm sure management will certainly see it as an opportunity to issue shares in the form of an offering of some sort. If that happens, shares will get dumped into the stock, and the position you hold right now will therein become less valuable than it is now. So if you feel like you've missed the boat on this, I would say that you still have plenty of time to get in. Semi-trucks likely won't be delivered until 2023, And I would be willing to bet that Tesla's version of their semis get delivered way out ahead of them. Given the infrastructure that Tesla already has with its massive number of charging stations around the US, I would say that gives Nikola yet another uphill battle to climb. That being said, I'm hopeful for Nikola. This kind of competition will be healthy for the market, in my opinion. It's an interesting time to be alive, as it feels like there's some sort of changing of the guard. Tesla has emerged to be a leader in the US automotive industry, breaking a barrier to entry which seemed almost impenetrable. Can we see it again? Well, that remains to be seen, but it will surely be fun to watch. At the end of the day, there's just a lot of questions that still need to be answered to determine if Nikola has what it takes to stand toe-to-toe with Elon Musk and Tesla, and really Ford, GM, and Chrysler as well. But as always, let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comments below. And if you want to check out the top 10 stocks millennials are buying right now through Robinhood, click this video here. Or if you'd like to check out my top 5 stocks under 10 bucks, click this video here. Otherwise, folks, as always, I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out.